Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I have Big Blue out this morning. This is my copy of Big Blue. I think a lot of you know that I've made several of these, and I don't know, this is a fun journal. Those of you who have a Big Blue, it's just so much fun, as you know, to go into Big Blue and paste in or sew in blue things that you've put to the side. So I have some really pretty things that I've been putting aside for Big Blue, and while I'm waking up this morning and still drinking coffee, and I love this cup, by the way, that's from my sister. Probably can't see it. It's got a really pretty blue bird, and there's a green one on this side. Anyway, let's look at some of this stuff. I have a calendar page. Ah, poor bird. I was tempted to put this into a boho birds journal, but alas, that blue is just too striking. So I'm going to cut part of that off. I've already folded it because I think I know where I'm going to put this. And there may be some of you who've not seen Big Blue before. It's just a concept journal. I guess I made the first one a couple of years ago and have sold, I think I've made 7 in total. Is that right? Something like that. There are some videos out there on my channel of the different Big Blues. I kind of think I want it to go on this page, because if I attach it along the edge here, that gives me this page that opens up and then some space here to work, possibly some space on the back. But this is going to have to be done so that we strengthen this where we attach it. I don't want it just to end up ripping out. That said, let me grab a little piece of fabric. And of course we're going to go with something blue. Ah, that's pretty fabric. So let's just cut a strip, or rip a strip. There we go. I love that you can just rip fabric like that. And let's think about this for just a second or two. So it only needs to be this long. This fabric is pretty it's pretty easy to rip. I think for our purposes though, it'll be fine. And I'm going to, maybe I should have, okay, I don't really want to end up with 2 creases here, but I think I'm going to have to. I probably should have given it a little more thought, but that's okay. I'm just going to make this a little bit more narrow so that we have some room for the fabric. And I am going to take my tacky glue. It's got that little ring of dried glue there. Pull that off. Let's do this. I'm going to put a strip of glue on the right side of the fabric here. I'm going to put this down here, right at the edge. And then let's take this and fold it over. So I need my glue again. I'll put a strip of glue on the paper and we'll just fold that over. I like that. So let's see. A lot of times what I do, if I'm going to do this kind of setup, I need to come back with another piece of fabric. So let's tear another strip and cut it to the right length. And let's just get the glue back out. This is pretty easy. Let's just put a strip of glue here and then one right here. I love tacky glue. I think it holds really nicely for a lot of things. If you put this much, it can seep through the fabric and the fabric will stick together. So until it completely dries, you just want to keep an eye on it. So that page, that's going to be really nice. I like that. We could actually glue a piece of paper on the back that will cover up that crease, and it's going to keep it from being sort of ambiguous there about which fold you actually use. Let's cut off that. So that was really easy. More space to work with in the journal. We'll come back and check on this page and make sure that dries okay. I love this postcard. This, oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. I have to find a place to put it. And I don't know that I want to glue it down either. It's just too pretty. It's been a while since I have flipped through Big Blue. It's always fun to go back and look at all of this and get some inspiration. Maybe redo things or add a few things. I think that might be able to go there. I don't know. Let's just keep flipping. So that's glued down. Sweet Michaela. You know what? It might seem like maybe it seems like I'm cheating, but I'm just going to paper clip this one in because I don't want to cover up the back. This has got some information that I want to do a little bit of research on because it has two names here. This is from the Bose Museum. I want to read about that. And then we've got plaque by Theodore Deck, 1823 to 91, and then it says painted by Paul Caesar Hellieu, 1859 to 1927. So did two different people work on this? I wanted to talk to you about this gorgeous postcard. Look at the glare on my glasses. So this postcard really intrigued me. It's got two names on the back. It says plaque by Theodore Deck, and then it says painted by Paul Caesar Hellieu. And I read a little bit about these two. A lot of these ceramic plaques that were painted on had this gorgeous blue in it. And it seems like Theodore Deck was a famous plaque or a ceramicist, and he made a lot of these plaques and displayed them in exhibits in France. And someone who studied under him was this Paul Caesar Hellieu. He worked for him. So there are different paintings done on these ceramics by Hellieu, and this blue, I believe this technique or a variation on staining this ceramic or inking the ceramic, it seems like Deck maybe came up with a way to bring a really rich, beautiful blue into these ceramics. So this painting, it is in the Bose Museum, and they have a little bit of information on it. Hey, I'm still back here. It's not known who this is in the actual painting. This is just really interesting. I had to stop and talk about this, and that's the reason that I didn't want to put glue on the back. I want to keep up with things that I come across by these two. This page could definitely use some cheering up, and I have these stamps that have a lot of blue in them, so I'm thinking this is the page for these stamps. It looks like they're pulling off of here just a little bit, but I want to use the whole thing, so I'm just going to glue these back down. I do see that I got some extra glue there. We'll make sure that comes off. So let's put these right here in the corner. Oh yeah, see, it looks like part of it came off already, that extra glue that I got there. Let me grab my this little cloth that I use for everything under the sun. It's got so much in it at this point, it's just pretty much stiff. That would be some good art. Look at that. Okay, I liked this. This was thrifted, actually. I found it at the thrift store. It was a really pretty little kitchen linen, and it appeared to be brand new, so I washed it and used it for a little while, and then because of this wonderful cotton texture, I brought it to my art desk, and of course it won't go back in the kitchen. I just use it now in here. Probably got too much glue under there, but it's first thing in the morning. I'm still in coffee drinking mode, and just waking up and trying to figure out what I want to do first. That really was coming apart, wasn't it? I looked out the window the other morning, and every single fawn was out there again, all three of them, and they were all asleep, or not asleep. I think they had been asleep. They were resting and waiting for the doe, their mom, to come back, their mother doe. I see all three of the fawns again this morning. Let me see if I can show you. There's one here, and then another one here, and then one back here. They must sleep out here every night. And I wonder, the day that I walked up on one, if there were more out there and I just didn't see them. They could have been behind the logs around the compost pile. Oh, these babies are so sweet. I wish I could get a little closer. It's hard. This is just a camera phone. I think the one in the center saw some movement through the window because it has not stopped looking this way. Oh, now okay. Oh, I hope it's not getting nervous though. I saw its legs move like it might stand up. There's a lot of noise outside as well this morning. All right, off to work. So, I still love that. Blue Imagined. I guess these could go down here. For now, let's leave that page alone. Ooh, I like them there. Let me see if I can get a little bit of self-control when it comes to this glue this time. I don't want to drive anybody crazy. I can hear everybody saying, oh, don't put so much, and don't get it all over your pages, and be careful. Okay, so they did come apart. That's okay. I think that one goes on that side. And then let's turn this the right way. And that one goes there. I do like that there. Yep, that's where that goes. Let's go back and make sure this fabric is not sticking together. No, it's fine. That gives us a lot more space to work on. Speaking of which, this is a pretty neat image that came from one of those textile sample books. This was probably a paper sample book. Yeah, because it's showing you what it looks like on the different finishes. And of course, I fell in love with the blue hat. I was thinking about Big Blue. And part of me wonders if I should thread a blue something right there. But I don't think I'm going to. And I'm not going to cut those off. I will probably find something that I want to put on top of those holes that have been punched into the paper. You know, like maybe something to go along the edge at some point. So for now, we're just going to leave those. And I'm going to spread this glue out so that hopefully the pages don't ripple too much or crinkle up too much. Let's put that right there. And that might help a little with the crease. Maybe we can come back with something and put a blue frame there. Now let's go back to where we were. There we go, and the stamps, and then those stamps. Well, what else do we have? Postcards for sure. And you know what? This just had some blue ink spilled on it, which I just said, oh man, I like that a lot. And it needs to go in big blue. So many things. Okay, is anybody going to freak out if I cut this in half? I didn't give anybody a chance to answer. So maybe we will get some more blue fabric and do a couple of little tabs. Let's see what I have over here. I wonder if I can do some tabs with this. Or is that going to be too messy? I think that'll be okay. So, and we want to put those in a place where we're not covering up this image either. So I think that looks pretty good. So let's put a dot of glue here and one here, like this. And okay, here. Oh crap! That off of there. And here, I need some of the fast grab. This is just the regular tacky glue, and I do like it fine, but the fast grab is just, it's fast. I do like that. So we got that one done. Let's do another one. So let's go down here at the bottom. And just fold that over. Now sometimes if I'm wanting something like that to dry, you know, really stay in place, I'm just going to clip that. And we'll leave that for now. I may put some tabs inside, but first I'm just going to let that part dry. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, I think she might need to go right there. National Portrait Gallery, Queen Elizabeth, Andy Warhol, 1985. Let's put her right there. I like that a lot. What else do we have? I have 3 more postcards. I love this one, just that blue. Oh, look at that. Did I turn that into a pocket? I guess I did. Did not remember that at all. That one's better under there because you can see blue sticking out. And maybe I need to add a blue, something to pull it out with. Let's see what I have. I definitely put some layers onto this one. There's some blue silk and blue yarn and a little blue-ish flower petal. So I like that a lot. You know what? While we're here, don't you think we need some blue right there? Okay. Oh, look, right behind the stamp. Just a lovely accident. I didn't even notice that there. I flipped the page over and saw the string, but I didn't remember the stamp being there. This is another postcard that I like. Marie Laurencin, Portrait of a Girl in a Hat. So this is at the National Museum of Women in the Arts. 35 cents. When is that from? Postcards are more than that now. That's for sure. To the Orient. She kind of looks like she could go on that page somehow. I just wonder. I need to get some washi tape that has some blue. I do have this. It's got desserts on it, so that's okay. But it would be nice to have a different design to use. If I put it across the top and fold it over, that might be the way to do that. I don't really want to interfere with the words underneath. I like that. I could even add some more, but I guess that's okay for now. We have this. Kind of like that in there. And we're just going to glue the whole thing down. Okay. That's everything I have for right now. Ooh, I like it. So this is Big Blue. Oh, I love that page. Is that a pocket? Yes, I think it is. See, there's still so much space to do some work. I remember Caesar. Maybe I need to make a couple of big blues. I think it's time. Yeah, I need to put some things there. And, oh, I remember that. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.